Maren Morris burst onto the scene with her debut album Hero in 2016, which blended country, pop, and hip-hop. Fill up the truck and put the dog in the back as we take a ride through the untold truth of Maren Morris. During a 2019 appearance on Watch What Happens Live, Maren Morris revealed to a shocked Andy Cohen that, prior to hitting the big time, she'd been rejected from American Idol, The Voice, and more.
I was rejected from America's Got Talent. There were a ton that I didn't make it to, thank God.
She went on to explain that she's totally okay with contestants covering her songs for the exact reasons you might expect. She said, "People cover my songs for their auditions on those shows. So it's like, not only is it really nice to have my song on a national television show, get to collect the check and have some sweet revenge. Getting international exposure and direct deposits in a bank account from shows that rejected her, that's a country song in the making right there." In the years since the release of her debut album, Maren Morris has taken country music by storm and has racked up countless nominations and wins for her songcrafting prowess to boot. At the 2016 Country Music Association Awards, for example, she nabbed an impressive 5 nominations. As E puts it, how many artists can say that they were nominated for Single, Song, Female Vocalist, and Album of the Year, as well as New Artist of the Year in their first year on the country charts? Not even country megastars Taylor Swift or Carrie Underwood had managed that. The following year, Morris received 4 Grammy nominations, winning for Best Solo Country Performance. Her sophomore album, Girl, dominated the awards show circuit once again with 5 Grammy nods. Amid critical acclaim, Maren Morris has attempted to shatter the traditional image of the woman country singer. She told BBC News in 2019, "The stereotype is you've either got to be this religious, virginal conservative, or the wronged woman burning the house down. People in pop and R&B are confident and sexy and sexual, and they're celebrating it. So why don't we, in country, write these songs?" Morris did just that with her track Make Out With Me, which was inspired by the, quote, drunk voicemail she'd leave husband Ryan Hurd while he was out on tour. Morris joked about the song, "It's just a really fun, sexy song about wanting to jump someone's bones. Real life stuff." Texas country trio The Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, were superstars in 2003. But that all came crashing down when they criticized then-President George Bush for leading the efforts to invade Iraq. The band faced immediate backlash, receiving death threats and getting their songs removed from country music radio stations. 3 years later, the band referenced a scandal in Not Ready to Make Nice, with pointed lyrics aimed at the people who'd told them to just shut up and sing. For her part, Maren Morris used the same lyric in her 2019 hit Flavor as a tribute to the Chicks and a warning to those who think she should be silent on controversial issues. She told BBC News, "I love the Dixie Chicks so much, so I put that stupid phrase in the song because it brings me so much joy to just say, hell no." Ultimately, the singer-songwriter concluded, "I get the say in how I'm perceived and how I perceive myself." To say that Maren Morris's decision to pose for Playboy caused a stir would be an understatement. When she teased a few shots on Instagram in June 2019, the comments went about as well as you'd expect. According to People, the singer defended herself in an Instagram story, writing, "Some can slut-shame me for my lyrics about sex, and you can put me in your little box, but I just want to live and love." Meanwhile, during the interview itself, Morris claimed that she was a, quote, noisy concept of what it means to be a woman in the music industry, and had challenged a lot of sexual norms. That said, for anyone who felt this photo shoot was a blight on country music, Morris would like you to take it up with Dolly Parton's 1978 Playboy cover. Morris explained, "I was intrigued because so many of the moves Dolly made in her career were about bucking the status quo. So when I heard this magazine wanted to interview and photograph me, I thought, okay, I've seen a lot of wonderful spreads you guys have done with artists I love, such as Halsey, so what the hell?" When Vulture praised Maren Morris's ability to speak to, quote, multiple audiences or constituencies at the same time during a 2019 interview, the singer attributed this to a love of being informed and educated. She then expressed a desire to go back to school. She said, "The one semester I went to college, I loved my political science professor. I loved to do poli-sci and literature or philosophy, just something like that, things that interest me." Morris explained that her decision to potentially go back and earn her degree was partly due to the fact that her husband and all of her friends have done so already themselves. "I've been really fortunate to do music for a living, but I kind of have this envy of the mark of really learning something. I know that I'm not unintelligent. I'm actually way more eager to learn now than ever because I'm at this stage of my life where I do it already on my own. It'll be cool to have a degree to show for it." Maren Morris and Sheryl Crow wowed the crowd when they took the stage at the 2019 CMT Awards to perform a medley of Shade and Prove You Wrong. However, ahead of the broadcast, Crow told CMT that her decision to bring Morris and rock legend Stevie Nicks on for her Prove You Wrong single was a no-brainer. Crow explained, "There was something else that could really push this thing forward, and that was bringing in who I feel like is perhaps the next Stevie Nicks, and that was Maren. What I mean when I say that is Stevie rode that line of country, rock, and pop, and Maren does a great job of that as well." In a statement to Pace, the musician continued to pay Morris some truly kind compliments, saying that she, quote, "belongs in our club of strong female rockers who tell it like it is." In a 2019 profile for Women's Health, Maren Morris referenced a picture she'd posted to Twitter with the caption, "5 years and 20 pounds ago with Karina in San Francisco. Haven't been back here since this pic was taken at the Golden Gate Bridge, and I'm so excited to play here finally." Admitting to the media outlet that her drastic weight loss at the time came after a horrible breakup, she added, "I didn't look at my body like it was healthy. When you're going through emotional turmoil, it's hard to eat. That was a wake-up call. I need to address my mental and physical health." Thankfully, working helped Morris dig herself out from that dark place. "I put weight back on when I started really laying into my career and tour, things that brought me happiness." Morris revealed her new healthy lifestyle contained lots of egg whites and Cardi B songs to accompany her workouts. But the singer-songwriter went on to say that her body transformation wouldn't be complete until a photo of Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft wasn't her phone's lock screen anymore. "This was what I have to look at every time I unlock it, if I'm at a bar or eating a french fry, so that's motivating." Not content to be just a country music superstar, Maren Morris took her talents to primetime television in 2017, making her acting debut with a guest appearance on the hit CBS drama NCIS New Orleans. Morris appeared in an episode called Pandora's Box Part 2. For her part, Morris played herself, making a cameo in a bar and performing her single, My Church. However, the experience gave her an inside look at another showbiz medium. She told ET while on set, "Being a part of NCIS New Orleans has been crazy. I've never done anything like this. I've never done any sort of scripted drama series, so this is so cool to see how it all works." Apart from her music videos, Morris has yet to line up any follow-up acting gigs as of this video. Having a baby can be a stressful experience, but welcoming a child during the middle of a global pandemic is another level of stress entirely. On March 23, 2020, Maren Morris and her husband, Ryan Hurd, welcomed a baby boy into the world. In a now-deleted Instagram post, Morris revealed she was in labor for over 30 hours and ended up having an emergency C-section. She wrote, "Not what we planned, but I learned pretty quickly that night that having a plan for bringing a human into the world is a fool's errand. Having him in the middle of a global health crisis was also not in the baby prep books, but here we are." During an interview on The Bobby Jones Show, Morris and her husband discussed the pros and cons of having a child during COVID-19.
It was like the first week they were really cracking down on visitors at the hospital, and so it was just Ryan and myself and our doctor.
But Hurd found a silver lining in the novel coronavirus.
Getting to spend every single moment of this year with our son, who's never going to be this small again. That's not time I would have had otherwise.
In a video for the Is This Normal series to support the Black women's health imperative, Maren Morris opened up about her difficult birthing experience.
Wanted to do it naturally, but I stopped having contractions, and it was just time to call it and get him out safely.
She added, "I didn't read up on any of that ahead of time because I didn't expect to get one. So I just wish I had done a better job at preparing myself for the shock of a C-section because the postpartum of a C-section is so brutal." Morris said she found it increasingly difficult because she just wanted to spend time with her new baby. You're also wanting to hold your baby and breastfeed and pump and all this other so that was crazy. She added that she felt, quote, "really isolated, really lonely," but wanted to share her experience to show solidarity with mothers going through the same. Fortunately, she slowly got back to normal. "Now that I'm 4 months postpartum, I feel a lot better. You will come back, you will snap back. It takes time. It takes 9 months to grow a baby. You need at least that to get back to yourself, so don't rush it." In 2017, Maren Morris created the Heroes Fund to support fine arts programs and music education in public schools. 3 years later, one Nashville high school band was a recipient of Morris's philanthropy. According to WKRN, East Nashville Magnet High School received a donation of $70,000. William Jackson, the school's director of bands, said, "Most people don't realize it, but bands are expensive with instruments, repairs, and upkeep. It's recommended you get new instruments every 10 years, and some of mine are way older than that. Jackson said he was shocked by the size of the donation that was exponentially higher than the usual donations the band typically receives. He also has plans to do something special for Morris to thank her for her generosity. Morris's husband seemed slightly less enthused, joking on Twitter that, "My wife donated all of her meet and greet money instead of buying me a jet ski, and I have to say, I am very proud of her. Hashtag still no jet ski." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite musicians are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.